back. The boom is back, Seanie?
Are we back? Are we?
Back.
We're on to put this cunt yoke and do not
Your
disturb.
shades on,
It
bro.
does not fucking stop. My mate, Gary Farley from Poppentry is getting me a Nokia burner with just the WhatsApp on it. So that's going to be used 4 days of the week. What's the story? We're back.
We're back. What time's yoga?
Don't even remind me, you man. We're milling this before yoga. That's how busy we've been.
Nah, it's been a while.
I'm even eating on the go.
Episode 7, cup of coffee. Where's my water? But this is more of a check-in, isn't it, than fucking anything else?
More of a check-in to say that we are still alive and that we are doing the podcast. We've been just flat out. There's been a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors personally that me and Jason haven't even been chatting to each other about what's going on really in our lives at the minute.
Yeah.
But we both respected each other and knew that there was shit going on that had to be dealt with. So we've been very busy getting our stuff done by any means necessary, and we had to leave you waiting, but we're back.
Back. That's good to be back. We've been rescheduled a few times. We need to figure out a day that suits us, and I think the Wednesday before the yoga is the only thing that works for them.
I'm wrecked. Like, I'm only after going from work, and then we're going to be doing a podcast before this.
And then
we'll
yoga
go down there,
night.
acting the Elvis down the shelters.
But yeah, fucking madness the last, what? It's been about a month, maybe? More than a month since we've done a podcast?
It has been a month, I'd say, definitely. But what's been going on with you? Like, what was holding you up? We might as well get this out because before we even get started talking, we've been doing so much work with Suicide or Survive.
Yeah.
And I have just said to Jason, when you were going through a bit of shit when you were out in Spain, I said, when you come back, so we have to start getting real, start talking a bit of proper shit that's going on around men's mental health. But we're going to still have a bit of crack as well, but we are going to start getting a bit deeper. So what is been going on, Joe?
Me, yeah, I've been up and down with myself. Just I've been trying to go fucking, always chasing this fucking happiness, like, oh, I'll do this marathon, do this stuff, that'll make me happy and all. I'm like, you know what, I'm actually happy not fucking, like, I'm happy as it is, and that's just an extra high, and then I'm going real high on stuff, and then I'll be a week where I'm depressed, like I was on the session, do you know what I mean? Like, doing these goals and you smash them, and then it lasts about a few hours, and then you go for a few drinks after, then you're in bits for a week, like, so I'm like, you know what, like, just be happy as I am. Like, a lot of stuff's out there, I'm at the mellowing out loads now. I'm not chasing all these big goals, and I'm like, right, one goal at a time now. I had fucking 10 things I want to do by the end of the year. I want to do I want to do an ultra marathon, Ironman, sub 3 hour marathon. I'm like, it all contradicts itself training wise, so I'm just gonna go for the sub 3. I took all the time limits off my goals. They're just gonna come as they come, one after another. Do you know what I mean? Rather than that, and that's gonna keep me. It's had to keep me a lot more mellow. I'm not up and down. I'm just gonna mellow out at peace.
And would the yoga have anything to do with that? Plug yoga on a Wednesday night at 7:30.
What time is it? Yeah,
7:30.
Yeah, and like I noticed that then I wasn't doing, like, if I missed the yoga, you'd be like, if that's like my social thing, that's like my weekends. I mean, like, when I go out on the weekends, you'd be like, no, you'd be living for a weekend. Now I'm like, kind of like, right, me Wednesday's my social time. I go meet everyone all the other days and get me training done. Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy what's after happening down there. People are all messaging me saying the same thing. People are meeting in work, girls, nurses, some of the girls out of the canteen saying what Wednesday nights is after becoming, like, you know what I mean? Getting babysitters and everything organised and dropping kids off with their nannies and the whole lot. So I'm delighted what's after happening.
It's good, yeah.
But it's definitely, you feel it's definitely been helping you.
Definitely, yeah. It's a non-negotiable now. It's have to do yoga on a Wednesday. I done the Sunday there, but I missed the fucking 4 hour session on the Sunday that I was supposed to do, and I just, like, that was kind of a catalyst then to be like, here, I need to just make me training right, like, instead of trying to fucking chase everything and all. Like, when I missed that session, my head was fried. Dara was on to me as well, so what's the story, like, my coach, and I'm just like, I just couldn't, like, that's the first session I missed in a long time, and I was like, just getting too much, you know what I mean? But not even getting too much, I went to yoga instead, and so I can't do it on a Sunday. Wednesday's my yoga day, but it's a non-negotiable. That's why I do it every single Wednesday.
Yeah, well, look, you were there Sunday, and like, you weren't, I could even tell by you that you weren't in the humour to be going doing these endurance sessions. But your head isn't in it.
But that's the difference. You have to do it when you're not in the humour. Like, that's the difference, because people don't do it when they're, like, if you were to do it when you're not in the humour, you're never in the humour.
I know you're never in the humour, but there's sometimes when those clouds just get so close on top of you, and you just feel like not doing anything, and you don't even leave the gaff. I haven't got into one of those phases in a long time though. Yeah, I've been riding such a good wave of momentum with what's going on. Obviously, there's been a few things going on behind closed doors, but these Wednesday nights now are they're giving me as much life as they're giving everybody else, because the messages I'm getting off people, there's people coming from rehab that are in recovery, and their social care workers are telling me that this is becoming part of their programme on a Wednesday night. And
I understand that myself, because now it's part of my programme for the training. Like, I know, so if it's doing that for me, I can imagine it's what it's in for them, do you know what I mean? Who need it more than I do.
Yeah. I never thought it was going to go this way.
It's just, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen, do you know what I mean?
That's it. It's just, I thought it was literally going to be teach people how to get into shape doing yoga.
Yeah.
And then until I actually started going into it and learning all the other shit that's involved with it, do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm adding little bits each week as I'm going, as I'm learning. So if you're enjoying the yoga now and seeing how it's going, I can't imagine what it's going to be like after I learn a bit more and study a bit more and get practicing a bit more.
That's it. I think it's the practicing. And then, like, to be honest, like, when you look down, like, you go down there, like, most people have never done yoga before, so it's not like everyone's down there fucking stretching their legs over their head and all. They're just down there to get a little bit better at yoga, to be around the same kind of people, enjoy the company. Like, to be honest, the best bit is when you go down and you're chatting to everyone, and then after, when everyone's chatting, and it's just a good crew, it's like a family. And to be honest, the kind of crew we're after gathering now in the last few months, it's just been like, everyone is all gravitate towards each other for the same reason. We all get along so well, we're all very similar. Like, and anyone who wasn't really like that hasn't really stayed, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The wide variety of ages is what gets me, because you have other, like, there's men and women like that be in their late 50s, some of them are in their early 60s. I think there was a woman there on Sunday was 62. I don't know if there has been older, there might have been, but and then you have the ranges from, like, I think there'd be like 8 and 9 year olds coming with some of their parents as well and down, like, it's just a mad little thing.
Brings her daughter down all the time. I don't think she does the just be running around, but
she does a little bit. She gets bored and she goes around reiki healing everybody. No, but I love the community that's after happening down there. Even me mates that come down from Longford, they've been down a few times. They can't come down all the time, obviously, but they've been just saying that it's unreal when they do come down, and everybody is so sound down there, and it's great because it's all walks of life. Like, there's no one down there, well, nobody down there, I feel anyway, looks their nose down on top of anybody, because that's the way I'm trying to treat everybody, you know, especially with everything that's going on in the world at the minute.
That's it.
You don't want to be fucking...
It's a good place, it's a safe place for everyone to come down and have a chat. And it's mad, like, a lot of people won't go because they're afraid, like, I can't do yoga. And I'd have been the same, like, I'm not going to do yoga. I don't know how to do it, you know what I mean? But, like, you don't need to know how to do yoga, you just need to know how to just relax and just copy what you're doing, basically, and as best you can. And then afterward, like, I can notice myself now getting into positions that you never could have, do you know what I mean? Or being, like, just being more comfortable with it than I've ever been. And, like, it's only
how are you doing the positions with?
I'm off the positions. But and how's your mental health? How's everything going on with you?
Oh man, I'm like with everything that's after going on here, the pressure that I feel like I'm under, it's good pressure, like, but there's other parts of my life that are pressurising me that I don't want to be doing, but I'm tied into for a while. I don't even want to really talk about it, but I'm just tied into something now for a couple of months. I would love to be just skirting out my job and starting this, just going flat out with this, doing the yoga, meditations, podcasts and the whole lot, because there's a lot of people coming with offers towards what we're doing. Everybody down here at the shelters, a lot of it's coming through me. I've stuff what people want to do with me, and I'm just like, right, I could be going and doing this, but unfortunately I have a knee surgery pending in a couple of months. So
well, look, that's there for a reason, just because, like, do you know what I mean? I feel like everything's been happening, so it's just all falling into place. So that knee surgery keeping you in work, there's a reason that's happening, for you to be like, stay in your work, keep that steady income that you know is coming in, and you build what you're doing now, keep it going, because what's happening, like, this is only going one way, do you know what I mean?
That's it. Honest to God, I feel like what we're doing down here is improving so many people's lives, physically, mentally and spiritually, and you hear people saying that trifecta of words the whole time, but that's literally what's going on. And there's no support coming from the HSE, and I know that for a fact, because I was going to Westwood one day with a mate of mine, I won't even say his name. He's not here in the country anymore, he's gone off travelling, but he got a phone call, and we were on the way to the gym, and he was pure weird when I met him, and I knew he was gone off into one of these spaces because he was suffering with a few things at the time. And he was coming over, actually. He was in really good form actually around this stage. Gets a phone call anyway, he tells me off the HSE saying that he was after getting an appointment to see a counsellor, and I was there thinking, oh, this is great, like, you know, because I've never had to go down that route. I always kind of just shell away till I sort myself out, you know, that way. But he started laughing, because I was like, oh, are you going to go to it? Like, that's brilliant, man, like, you know, whatever. And he goes, man, I made that doctor's appointment 18 months ago. Now, I'm not being smart with you, that fella was in the depths of it. I won't even go into his, he wouldn't mind, when he comes back, we'll have him on the podcast, because it's a great story what happened to him. He was a very good friend of mine, and he's gone through a lot, and to think that he done that for 18 months by himself, and what he said it helped him, because he was down here at the Moonstocks and the whole lot. He was down at the Moonstocks doing yoga with me, training, sea swimming. He got back into it, and he said it to me when we were going into the door of Westwood. He goes, literally linking back up with you and hanging around with the boys down there. He says, save me, he says. And he goes, and they're ringing me back 18 months later. So that's where I feel why I'm pushing this so much, that people should be coming down to the shelters, or wherever you are, whatever sea swimming area you're in, get into the cold water, start hardening yourselves up, book down to the shelters, because that's where the fucking shit is happening. We're running festivals and everything.
That's it. And they're like, it's like everyone needed it, I think, after this. Like everyone found out what the whole spiritual side of things, and like just being given back to yourself, and like being around people who are the same. This has all happened after COVID. Like everyone was too busy drinking and being out and busy with life, and they never had to sit down with themselves. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people had to sit down with themselves during this COVID thing, and then they're finding out what actually makes them tick. Like I went to Marbella for 2 weeks and was drinking and smoking, and for a week drinking and smoking, and like say I'm at 100% going over there, was the fittest I've been. Came back, I got sick, I was fucking back down to 75%, and then I came down and done the Moonstock with Paddy then a couple of days after I came back, and I felt like I'd have to give myself back 10 blocks in one night after taking away fucking 25 of them over there. Do you know what I mean? So it's like when you're coming down here, you're building on yourself, like, and you're going out drinking, like, and to be honest, we went out for a few pints the other night, had a great crack, like
3 pints and I think 3 pints and 4 hot whiskies or something like that, and it was a great
night, like,
and
so you need that as well. But again, like, we done that for the right reasons, not to run away from stuff or to not be by ourselves, and it was just like a good crack around good people and stuff. So you need a balance of everything.
Yeah, that's it. With the drink with me now is literally just like, I can go and have a few. I had a lovely little tip. I was falling around the place walking down through Shangan after you dropped me off, and I was just literally like, that was the best night I've had in a while, because you're not going out and getting gargled. You're not sniffing the head off yourself. You're not looking for the house parties, getting into rows and stuff like that.
We left before the pub was even closed. You know what I mean? Like, when did that ever happen to you before?
That's it. Like, you know what I mean? The drinking days I think are dying out because of whatever's after happening here with the government fucking the pub system up. I'm delighted that I was on this wave before that. I was still dipping in and out of session a little bit, but I was from 2018 when I had that brain injury. I was like, when I was on, I obviously went in a mad one when I was fucking could walk again properly. I was pure depressed out of my head. But then when the new year hit, I was right, I have to really start making changes there, and started blocking a few people, started not chatting to a few people, and just fading a few people out, you know what I mean? And that was 2018. That's when I started copping on to what you can actually do inside your body, you know what I mean, to improve your body. It's always everybody looking outside. Oh, I have to go to this, I have to go to this gym session, and I have to follow this PT, and I have to follow this. Start connecting them with your own body. I forgot about what I wanted to look like. I used to be 97 kilo, and I was like, oh no, I have to do chest, I have to do deadlifts, I have to do shoulders, this shy. Just go in and fucking train, start moving into the things that you like doing, and forget about the end goal and enjoy the process. I couldn't give a shite what way I look now, because I just know I'm going to be indecent.
Like, because what happens is, like, you're chasing a certain look, and you can't sustain that unless you're training as a lifestyle, because you'll get to where you need to be, and then it's like me doing marathons and stuff. Like when I started, it's like I'd do a marathon and then I'd go off the rails for, I wouldn't go off the rails, but it would like be hard to get back training then, because I'm after hitting this big goal, and then I'm like, like I have goals next, but I'm like, I have to give myself a rest and do this. But like now it's just like the lifestyle. Like I'd done the Belfast marathon there, and it was like, wasn't like, I was happy I'd done it, but like it wasn't like fucking, oh, that's the best thing ever. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like back like 12 grand. It was just another day, another marathon. Do you know what I mean? And to have that instead of going up and down and trying to chase, like if I was looking at that going, oh, I need to go get this marathon, I'm going to do it, then I'll smash it, I'm not chasing, I'm going to be happy when I do that, then I finish it, I'm like, oh, that's done weird, what happens next? Do I mean, like, where's my next bit of happiness? Where if you're just content and you're happy with your life,
that's
like,
it.
I'm after getting very settled now with everything. I'm happy in work, I'm happy with the crew we have, the yoga, all that stuff. Like I was planning on thinking of going travelling next year. I was like, oh, I'm going to go travel next year, like I wanted to go do somewhere, go for a few months. But now I'm like, do you know what, like I'm very, very happy where I am, very content with everything. Like I'll be happy here, I'll be happy away as well, but I'm going to enjoy it while I'm here, because what if I go away and come back and all, like, this isn't here anymore? Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't have all what we have now, or not that I miss out, you have to make choices and stuff, but I want to stay, I want to be here, I want to be around
you
mates.
said that to me in episode 3. It is, I think it was the one we were chatting about me about going to Australia and stuff, and I was still thinking about going, like, because we didn't know what way the vaccine shite was going on and how fucking crazy Australia have got with regulations, and you were like, why would you want to go? Like, you're starting to build something here. And I think that was the night that the Reiki healers, the night after the Reiki healers, there was like 56 people at the yoga. Now look what's after fucking happening. So fuck Australia, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I'm staying here, yeah. Until I feel like I want to go, then I might go then.
Touring Ireland before I do anything. We need to see this country. This country is so beautiful, and we neglect it. Like, we're in here in Portmarnock, and we think this is like heaven at the weekends. And I've been only to a few places around Ireland in the last few years, and I've been in contact with a few people that do have that fan life, which is what I'm going to be doing next summer, definitely.
Like, if you didn't even think about it, like, you could have like fucking a yoga tour, do you know what I mean?
That's
like,
yoga
all
tour,
all the
the
different
whole lot.
beaches be like, right, we're going to the, like, say Killarney or something like that, be like, right, mind yourself, yoga session in Killarney on fucking in
A
December.
whole
like, whatever.
fitness event. We just pull up. We're here if us go travelling, take a couple of weeks off work. I probably won't be working. I'm hoping this will be my mainstay by that stage when I get my knee sorted out. The whole lot of us just tip off and say, right, do a little fitness weekend. We'll do a BAMN meet up. You go and take them off in some fucking mad gallivant of a run, in for a sea swim. Then we'll be meeting up on the Sunday then for a yoga session, set our intentions, in for another dip, and we part ways. And that'll be some way to spend a couple of months of the summer. You know what I mean?
Even every weekend, yeah, be fucking. There's so much shit we got with all of this. Is got, like,
telling
there's so
you,
much that it's gonna be done. And for, like, you see when you start putting out there, you see the people that are coming down here now and seeing it. Like, it's real. People enjoy it the way we do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, and it's not even. It's the people coming down here is what's making this, but the people that are reaching out and that are wanting to help and wanting to, like, just get involved to kind of help. Do you know, like, I ran that fucking Shanghai showcase, and I'm not messing with you, man. I'm not loaded, like, and it cost me about 500 quid. You know what I mean? In the middle of the month, before the end of the month, like, you know what I mean? So someone needs to drop 10 grand on me and let me run something now, as simple as that, because I can round up the holistic fucking Avengers is what we're like. So we need to get something going. We need to get money pumped in here to the shelters.
It's all gonna happen. Yeah. It's all gonna happen. 100%.
But we have to start looking after ourselves first, because we were running ourselves into the ground trying to prove something. I was like the gym, I was doing 2 jobs, I was doing overtime at the weekend, I was doing yoga college the same weekends I was working, and I was still showing up to yoga sessions here on the Sunday after fucking, I think, 4.5 grams of mushrooms one night, and I had ego death and still come down here, teach the yoga session on 2.5 hours sleep. So I've learned really to respect the shite out of my body now, and there's still a few things. Still sometimes resort back to having a fag in my lunch or something like that, you know what I mean?
You have to have something.
I know, but I'm weeding it out, and I'm pushing everything out that little bit further and further and further, and I just feel that I am going to find solace in myself now shortly, you know what I mean? There's a few things that I'm starting to not even react to, a few things that's not even stressing me out now.
Like,
and I'm
what
just,
time's yoga?
That's even not even stressing me out now, because we're going to put that in a t-shirt and it's going to make a fortune. Everybody walking around the shelters, what time is yoga? And I just be tripping over the head ready to kill someone. What time is yoga now, actually, now?
What are we at now?
Are we good to go?
Nah, we've been doing the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, my watch is fast. I'm always early.
I'm fast, we watch it slow.
Yeah, fast in the sack. What else was I going to say to you? Yeah, with the Suicide or Survive crowd as well, like, they've just taken an interest in what we're doing as well here on this podcast, and they're going to start plugging it. We're after changing location again. We were in a place out in Stratham, but the logistics wasn't working out, so we're back in the car for this week and possibly next week, but we have something lined up, and there's microphones, the whole lot is coming.
Yeah.
This is going
to put effort. Like, to be honest, like, we put the right effort into this, it's gonna reach out to people. Do you know what I mean? We just we've been doing it. We've done it as a kind of a test out to see how we got on, to be honest, and it's been good feedback. Everything's been good. So we need to just kind of make a proper plan with it.
No, that's it. We just need to have a set down. To be honest with you, what I've been doing over the last while is kind of, and what you've been doing, is we've been too stretched doing other stuff. I had about 5 different things that I was organising there in the one time. You were doing the marathon, and you were training, you were doing a heap of them brick sessions, you know, so now we'll just have to start prioritising. I just literally just said no to a few people that want to do something with me. I'm just like, no, I can't. And it's not of ignorance or badness, it's just there's a few people I need to be working with and a few people I need to be chatting to at the minute, you know what I mean, before I can even go outside that circle, you know what I mean? And that's the way we are down here. It's very tight what's after happening with a lot of us.
That's good. But any other crack with you, no?
No crack now. I'm just waiting for my passport to come back. I lost my passport when I moved gaff, so I'm waiting for my passport to come back, and then this sham will be hitting Amsterdam for about 4 or 5 nights.
Yeah, do a podcast and you're over there.
You coming here?
Where do you go?
I don't know, man. I'm thinking definitely for my birthday. My birthday's 23rd of December. I'm a little Christmas baby, so I might go over to Amsterdam before the week of Christmas, will I?
Yeah, might do, yeah. This is live now on the podcast. It's a great do.
Okay, right. That's what we're going to do. So, the shams in Amsterdam. We'll round up a few boys and we'll go over. I'm not even drinking. I'll probably have 1 or 2 pints of Bavaria.
The Heineken over there.
No, I will just be on the grass. Not a chance. I never have and never will. Fuck that. You know what I mean? You've better things to spend your money on than that.
100% I'm off them.
For good.
But look, see, we leave it at that then. Nice and
Yeah,
short and
I
sweet.
want to get down here,
Get down
man.
to this
I'm
yoga we get
feeling
yourself.
this energy. This is my
Let's
first
go.
night as an official yoga
Congratulations,
instructor.
brother.
So, and this is his
First night as an official animal.
first night as an official one.
No, my whole life.
He's losing his animal instinct, but we'll leave it there. Go on.
Right.